Hello, everyone. It is Amy, and I wanted to pop in and do a quick Facebook Live for you. Um, Chances are you've noticed that the header has changed on my page, and I've been talking about how I am rebranding, and I am rebranding myself. So my new website will be amymcnaughton.com. And the thought process behind the new rebranding is about the rebirth of the conscious woman. So my belief is that women are more awake now than ever before. And I do believe that women are being called to lead because of who we are as the individuals, and we know what transformation is. We know how to relax into ourselves. However, we've been taught to hold ourselves very tight and in a constraint, in a position where we hold ourselves tight. We don't express ourselves the way we would like to. And Rebirth of the Conscious Woman is about really stepping into who we are as individuals, and it's not about not apologizing for it. However, it's more about being willing to be who you are and who you're meant to be in this world. So if we show up more as women, the way we're meant to, for ourselves, that means that everyone around us benefits from it. When we step into ourselves and we voice our truth and we live from that truth, what happens is our children get to understand that being honest and respectful of themselves is also important. So they start paying attention to themselves differently. What would happen if we all became more conscious in our society, in our world? What would it look like for women if we really claimed our truth and lived from it, rather than living from the status quo or living from everything that we've been taught through the years? So the idea is to allow women a space where they can see themselves beyond their traditional family roles, so they can actually, you can actually see your own brilliance and know that it is something to embrace and claim, because once you claim those aspects of you that you've possibly been hiding or unconsciously, not knowing that you kept it hidden, when you step into it and you realize that it is such a huge gift to your children, to your husband, to your family and friends and colleagues, when you step into it, something different happens. And I want to share with you, I was 35 when I started to make changes for myself in my life. And unfortunately, it took the passing of my eldest sister for me to look at my life differently. And it never had to do with me questioning my mortality. It was more about, am I living my life to the fullest? Am I doing the things that I want to do? The interesting thing was, when I considered that, I had no idea what I wanted, and I had no idea what else was possible for me. Because in many ways, from my perspective, I had a great life. I was married to a great guy. We had a daughter, we had the nice home, we had the cars, I had a great job. So, when we're doing the tick in the box, I had them all. So what else could there possibly be? Well, I didn't know what else there possibly could be, because I had never considered it before. So what happened was, when my sister passed over, I started to consider everything that transpired the few days before. And some of what I witnessed wasn't very nice. And it wasn't because it was the stress of watching our sister pass over, because what I was witnessing, I had grown up with. So people weren't acting any different than what they had normally acted. And what I realized for myself was I didn't want to live like that anymore. I didn't want it to be okay for people to be mean and disrespectful of each other. So I no longer wanted to create space for that in my life. Now, I had no idea what that meant beyond that thought. However, I took the steps, and bit by bit I started to consider, okay, what do I need to do? Like, what am I doing to encourage this negativity that is occurring in my life? What do I need to change? And the important thing that I learned through the process, and it didn't happen overnight for me, for sure. What I learned through the process was I was in control of what I allowed to transpire in my life. And I don't really believe that I believed that I had that control before. So the rebranding to amymcnaughton.com and the thought of rebirth of the conscious woman is about women really claiming who we are as individuals and seeing ourselves to our full potential. And if we only allow ourselves to see ourselves as wives and mothers and a sibling or a colleague or a friend, if we only allow ourselves to see ourselves in those aspects, we are something for someone else. The question is, who are we beyond that for ourselves? Because if we're only living in a world where we're looking at ourselves as a mother, as a wife, a friend, a colleague, we're limiting the impact that we can actually have in our entire life and the entire world. Because don't forget, there is that ripple effect. So that means, like, if we show up beyond our traditional family roles and the roles we've been taught that are acceptable by society, if we start to consider what we actually wanted, what we actually desired and needed for ourselves, we might start shifting things in our life and we might start seeing things differently. And I want to create that space for women where you can actually step in and explore what else is possible for you in your life without the guilt, with that a certain amount of playfulness of like, geez, what would my life look like if I allowed myself to see myself beyond those traditional family roles? Who am I as an individual? What are the values and the qualities that I have as an individual that can actually benefit other people, not just the people that are in my life, but beyond that? So I wanted to take a few minutes today and, share what is amymcnaughton.com going to look like for you, and what is Rebirth of the Conscious Woman. To me, it's an opportunity to discover your brilliance and to step into your own life and be a leader in your own life. And when you lead in your own life, all those people that are around you are going to be impacted by that. And that means the message you send to them is that it's okay for them to lead in their own lives as well. You'll have even more of a positive impact on your children, on your husband, your partners, your friends, your colleagues, because it creates a space for them to consider their lives differently as well. Now, for me, it took my sister passing over. What I know now is that you don't have to wait for tragedy, drama, chaos, death. You don't have to wait for that to change your life. You can gently consider what you actually want in your life and pay attention to what you no longer want in your life. For me, it was the simplicity of realizing I have no room for meanness in my life. It's non-negotiable. I don't like it when I'm acting out of character. I don't like it when other people are acting out of character. And I say that because I really believe that each and every one of us has so much good within us. And if we live from aspects of our lives that were not positive, then that behavior is going to surface again. So I invite you to consider, what would be a non-negotiable for you in your life if you chose to be a conscious woman connected to who you are as an individual beyond your traditional family roles? What would your life look like? How would you behave? What things would you stop doing? And what new things would you consider doing? So I am excited. If you want to, you can head over to, thank you for the love, whoever is there, I can't see right now, thank you. If you want to head over to amymcnaughton.com, there is a free offer there, and it's a guide for women to make themselves a priority in their life without guilt. And there's 10 ideas there for you, and I've really expanded on them so that you can really consider how you can make these things an opportunity for yourself to really, make yourself a priority in your life. And why I expanded so much on each thought that I shared is because as women, we are so great at making everyone around us a priority. And what we do is we let ourselves fall to the wayside. And I don't want that. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. Hi, Rolanda. I want us as women to really embrace who we are as individuals, to embrace that strength that we have within us. And you know what? Change the world. Maybe return it to its natural state of beauty without the chaos, the drama, and I'm thinking the tragedy, honestly, when I think of everything that's going on in the world. How can we change that? Well, we change ourselves. We seek to improve ourselves, not perfection. We're not looking for perfection, not from my perspective. We're always just seeking to grow and expand our lives, and that's improvement, right? So day by day, breath by breath, you consider, okay, what can I do differently? So you're going to see me on Facebook Live a lot more now, because as I was going through the process, you might have noticed about a month ago, I changed the header on my fan page, and it just still didn't feel right. It didn't feel like what I wanted this experience to be like for women. And I was really clear. I wasn't going to be rushing into things. I was going to be taking my time. So, hi, Naomi. So I wanted to take my time so I could really embody and be a full expression of who I am as an individual on this fan page, on my website, who I am. I want me to be who I am. I don't want to be all fluffy. I'm not that fluffy. I have an edge, and I'm really clear. I want to create an opportunity for women to step into themselves and be 100% who they are. The only way I can do that is by taking the lead in my own life. So you know what? The header changed a couple of times because I needed to see, does this feel right for me? And I encourage you as well, no matter what it is. For me, it was about the header on a fan page in Facebook. For you, it might be something else. Really take the time to, consider what feels right for you. And if something doesn't feel right, you know what? You have the right to change your mind. And thank you, Amy. Everything you're saying resonates. Wonderful. Then I know you are in the right place. So thank you very much. I'm excited. I'm excited about this whole the rebirth of the conscious woman. I am excited about it because I think it is time for women to take the lead in their own lives, to really consider what's right for them, and not discount that that you may be a mother and a wife. And don't discount that. But recognize that's not the only aspect of you that needs to show up in the world. You are so much more, and you are so brilliant. And I mean that. I have never, I'll say never, in the past 12 years, since I started to change things in my life, I have not met anyone that isn't brilliant. Do they make bad choices sometimes? Absolutely. And we all do, right? However, if you look at beyond that one choice they made that was distasteful or, just wasn't great, beyond that, you recognize that people are beautiful, people are wonderful. And that's what being conscious is. Consciousness is about seeing beyond the negativity and the chaos, the drama, what else is there. And if you can see that, you know that you're connected to yourself, because a person who is conscious does not only see with their eyes. They look beyond, and they're able to look beyond because they're connected within. So I'm just looking at the timer, 17 minutes. I was going to do a quick Facebook Live. However, I get really passionate when I'm talking about what I love and what feels right for me. I remember someone saying to me, I could listen to you talk all day. And I said, great, I could talk for days, weeks, months. I love it. When I'm excited, that's what happens. So I am looking forward to seeing you here. There's more to come. There's more to come. And I just wanted to, come in and share with you, where is this branding going? It will be for some women, and it may not be for all women. And whatever you choose, know that I respect you for your choice. And as long as you're not being less than who you are, kudos to you. So huge hugs to you. I am excited. Things will start to shift and change. If you want the free offer, why not? It's a free offer. Come on. Head over to amymcnaughton.com and claim your offer. You're going to be flipped back here to the fan page because it's for new signups, so they might not know the fan page exists yet. And then you'll have a confirmation that you'll need to click on to receive the free download. So I look forward to seeing you here again. You're going to see me show up. I'm thinking that I might do a Facebook Live, like a question period on Saturday. I'm not sure what time it's going to be yet. However, I will keep you posted. So come back, check for an update, and I'll let you know what's going on. Huge hugs to all of you, and the future looks bright. Take care. And thanks, Naomi and Rolanda and whoever else has been popping on. I look forward to seeing you here again. Huge hugs.